And welcome to Talladega Superspeedway here today. I just had my heart broken. A parlay that I pulled early for 190, but cashed out at $40. Looks like it's going to hit. So my day's gone great. But drivers have got done with their qualifying. I'll pull up the qualifying results here. First will be David Davis. Second, Mike Hardy. Third, Steve Littrell. Fourth, Sean Berg. Fifth, Corey Wright. Sixth, Truth Hoke. Seventh, Jesse Fox. Eighth, Rick Kennedy Jr. Ninth, Matthew Moniak. 10th, Curtis Eckert. 11th, Adam Squires. 12th, Jonathan Stidham. 13th, Vincent Guerrero. 14th, Terry Pennell. 15th, Barry Nelson. 16th, Alan Bergen. 17th, Austin Sale. 18th is Andrew Teft. And 19th is Timothy Eisbrun. But we will get down to the racetrack actually now. Let me pull that off of the overlay. It is the trucks here today also. It'll be interesting to see how these guys handle it. Do have a lot of... I need to pull up my trading paints and give them all a paint refresh because these paints are not loading. Should begin to load here. There they go. I'm going to give them the paint refresh just to be sure, so it'll completely reset. 65% fuel. Really is, when is the big one going to happen? I mean, that's really the main question here. I like that paint scheme from Truth there. He normally runs a blue truck most of the time. I'd choose to be somebody early on in this race for 75 laps. I'd probably want to be... I don't know, I have internet dropping. Hold on. I just noticed that. Let me do variable bit rate. Maximum bit rate 15,000. I just noticed I have a bit rate drop on that. That's my bad. Hopefully it does straighten itself out. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. See if I do. I probably do have something downloading in the background here if I had to guess. Yep. It is starting a download. I knew it was doing that. Pause that, please. See if that fixes it. That should hopefully for me with a C. But Pace Truck is getting ready to pull off here again. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why it is giving me a crappy bit rate right now, but it'll be straightened out hopefully during the race. The Pace Truck is in. And the green flag will be in the starter's hand. Okay, enter the Geico restart zone, and the green flag is in the air. We are underway. This is a 17 of he's stamped the 17 this race, but that's a 777 of Davis. He'll lead them on this very, very first lap. I'm going to look at the Racers Elite stream just to be sure that it's really coming by that bad. That's not as horrible as I thought it would be, but it's definitely not what I want it to be. So I'm sorry about it being choppy right now. I don't know why it is doing that. It should not be doing it, but evidently it is. See, everybody's pretty much lined up on that bottom line to a certain extent. You see the 11, the 48, the 2, the 8. Who is that right there? 69. That is Jesse Fox. And that paint scheme all the way on the bottom. Got a Jeff Gordon throwback here. The 24. Which one is the 20? Actually, it might be the 3. No, who is that? It is the 3. Austin Sale. That is the old. No, is that Austin Sale? Well, I'm not sure. Yes, it is. I actually have that die cast, I believe. Or at least I think somebody I know bought it. See the 17 shucked out. He's going to go back up in that higher line. And they are not being patient with each other at all. They want to get around each other as soon as they can. I do not blame them one bit either. .36 and the 4, the 33 or 93 all the way on the bottom. I'm gonna take these retainers out. It is causing me to slur my speech really badly. So probably around 45 to 75. I give them around 30 to 36 laps of fuel, if I had to guess. Depends on how hard they're running. They're all running pretty much in a straight line right now, so they actually will be extending their fuel mileage just a little bit because of that. I also need to turn. I don't need that on. I'm using a lot of my CPU, and I don't know where it's going. Razer's using some. Steam. Don't know how Steam's using that. But we'll find that out eventually. So that 17's got the 11 behind him. He's giving him a pretty decent shove. That is not YouTube. Giving him a pretty decent shove, so he's going to try to challenge back for the lead now. And I think he's going to be able to get a pretty good run going up there. It looks like he will. At 11 is about to turn the 17, though. He is about to hook him and send him to see Dale Earnhardt if he is not careful. He is moving around on that bumper a lot. And that's just one thing, if you're, you know, trying to push somebody, is it's somewhat hard. Well, it really depends on the car in front. You really want to be glued to their bumper, as that 11 is going to actually try to go around that 17. You are not making that pass. But I'm somebody who, even though I hate super speedways, I'm a really good pusher. I get right up on that bumper, and I do not move. And I know when you're going to get, I know if I get offset, I get off the throttle immediately. But you really have to be lined up. Mainly, honestly, you can do it before you get in the corner. A lot of the times when you have issues, it's coming off when the car wants to unload. A lot of guys, they straighten their wheels sometimes. Some of them will try to keep it low. You kind of have to figure it out, and you can really swipe somebody's rear end with it. Gotta keep that in mind. That 4 is about to blow up here in a minute if he does not get off his bumper. Who is that in the bottom? Cars or these trucks are not stamped right. It's that Toyota, so it's got to be Corey? Yes. Corey's gonna blow up here. I wish I could see driver temp for the temperature of the vehicles, because that truck is hot. I have no doubt in my mind that thing is about to blow up. Right now, the biggest mover is Vincent, currently up 10 positions, riding in third. I honestly would not be too worried if I were these guys back here. Only thing you have to do is just keep on the draft. 48 needs to duck down and get behind this truck that is right in front of him. Please do it. Do not try to race him. Only going to hurt yourself doing this. And this is one of the more nerve-wracking things that people don't think about, is being in the back of the pack at super speedways. It's not that you're necessarily at risk. It's that you're right on the edge of losing that draft. if you back up 10 car lengths, you're done. You will lose a draft, and then you have to hope for a caution. It is one of the most nerve-wracking things. That's why I normally like having a car behind me more than anything else, just because I don't like being foot to the floor all the time. But that's just me. On board here with a lap, or a lap with, let's do Ecker, because that's the guy I was already on right now. He's currently sitting in 6th. Number 8, that green Chevy that we see right there. Excuse me. See what he can do. We'll go with the cockpit view right now. He actually got the lead there for a second. He's got Tef behind him shoving him, and I think that's a Bills Camps team. They play my team tomorrow, and I cannot wait to get destroyed. I actually like Josh Allen as a quarterback. He's one of my favorite ones. I like him, and I like Herbert. Herbert throws an amazing ball. That 48, where is he? He is racing on his own up there, doing whatever he wants. Those colors of this 00 truck looks like PSA, the card grading service. Their colors, that's going to be bad right here in a minute. It's 28. He just moved up a tad. That's Barry Nelson. He almost got hooked by the 11. So again, we probably got 24-ish laps until we start seeing cautions here. And then they'll all cycle down to the bottom, and then we'll wonder what went wrong. '17 that has got that 8, giving him a pretty good shove. These trucks, I will say, I don't drive them a lot, and that's just a me thing. I like cars that move around a little bit. Probably honestly, I used to race for Team Watson Race, and they had really loose setups. So it felt like driving a dirt car, literally. But I like vehicles that move around a little bit more than anything else. He's a little too stuck to the ground for me. I'll just staying on that bottom line. Now, fuel-wise, I don't think they're still running. Well, they're running about 3/10 off their fastest lap. I don't think they're really extending their fuel that much. And I'm trying to think. Will it? I don't think that'll extend it at all. We'll just have to find out here. It's going to be interesting. I really don't know what's going to happen. So far, it's been really, really calm. So they've done a good job of just keeping it up under them through this time so far before they go and absolutely wreck each other. Gary just ran another fast lap, 50:41. Fast laps at this track, honestly, is not that big of a deal to me, at least. Um, there's so much variables in what gets a fast lap. It can be a suck up lap. It can just be a normal lap. I mean, who knows at that point? But fast laps at this track don't necessarily mean that you have a fast vehicle. .36 is giving that 14 a lot of pushes. They've been pretty calm overall. I need to turn that off. There we go. And they're not really bouncing around, moving too much. I mean, it's really just staying lined up perfectly. I did not talk to you, Google. They're really just staying lined up perfectly. I mean, that's really all that I can say about that is a lot of it's not moving around, and just how it is. They're all moving down towards the bottom, though, a little bit. I'm noticing that 50's going to get shucked out here. Now, the middle line at Superspeedways is one of the weirdest things that happens in NASCAR, because in that middle line, normally, in iRacing at least, what I've seen is they'll run the middle in the corners, and then on the backstretch, they'll actually move up a little bit, so you'll lose the draft. So it kind of evens out, which doesn't make any freaking sense at all. But that's just how it is. I don't understand it either. It is so confusing. This chair, I need to get a new gaming chair. Black Friday deals. Someone wants to sponsor me. Now we got a third line going here. Double Zero's got the 48. The 48's finally found somebody to go with him. He has been up there literally all alone working it. Alan Berger, he's giving a pretty good arrow shove too. Here they come. All the way in that outside line, and it just stalls out. Never mind. That bottom lane, if they wanted to, they could actually try to move up a little bit, but I think they're really content with staying on that bottom. I don't really see any of them moving, to be honest with you. They like it down there more than anything else, so I don't blame them. I would stay down there too if I were them. And I'm sorry about this frame rate stuff. I don't know what this is. I have no idea. We've got internet that's good enough, but something evidently doesn't like streaming today. That outside line, though, keeps falling back, and then they'll gain, and they'll fall back, and they'll gain. They keep kind of just slingshot. Now, if there's a difference here, I can get a glint view. Kind of look at the difference in these lines. Look at how I really need to get that added. I need to get that plugin that lets me draw. So, well, now it's kind of broken up a little bit, but let's see if they do it down the straights. It may do it in the corners a lot more, and you can tell it there. Kind of look at this bottom line when they go down the backstretch. That's where I tend to notice it. 14 to 36. Now watch this 36. This 36 will get an arrow shove from the 4. There we go. Shoves him up to the 14. Now look at how close these guys are on this bottom line. And not even that, the 93 and the 55, they're still relatively close compared to that 28. See how much of a shove they get going into the corner. And also this back here is slowing down this line. With this, that 11 needs to find a place to go. With that passing, that's pulling cars away from you in the draft. That is going to hurt them. So that is not good for them. That is interesting paint scheme there on the 42. Please tell me I'm not getting sick. That middle line is just absolutely falling apart. Now they've gone into 3. I don't know what the world they're doing. They have just decided to throw everything that they were doing in the gutter, pretty much. Yeah, that middle line has just disappeared. Did the 48? No, the 48's still not falling off. He needs to get down behind that 92, and I think he's realized that now. Yeah, he has. He'll get on that 17, the 88, the 50, and the 35, who he has to work with. So within 10 to 12 laps, we should see pit stops here happening. The 14 will be lower on fuel. The 17 will be a little bit lower on fuel than everybody else. Got to keep that in mind. On board here, we'll do 3 laps with some random drivers here. As you can see here, kind of how their throttle's being modulated throughout the pack, because these guys are actually kind of playing with the throttle a little bit, not to run into each other. So we'll start that right now. those are some laps there on board with those guys. Again, probably about 7-ish laps until they have to come down pit road here to top off on fuel. You don't have to necessarily have to take tires. You can if you want to, but I personally wouldn't. Crap, what was the code that I was looking at? I don't remember what it was now. That outside line, though, has gotten some more people back in it, so they keep going up and then down, up and down, up and down. It's weird. I don't know what they're going to decide to do. Who knows at this point, man? .36, 4, 93, 42. The 24 has worked his way up here. Ooh, that's a very nice ride. I like that one. I believe, is Target even in NASCAR anymore? I don't think they are. No. Dropped it after 2017. I was going to say, I didn't remember it being in NASCAR for a long time after I left. And I didn't really watch it after Gordon retired. For that, I just was like, nope, I'm good. Everybody's down on the bottom, so that tells me that they're getting ready to pit here soon. They're not going to stay out much longer, and we already got some people going down pit road, actually, as soon as I say that. 35, 98, and the 8 all get down to pit road. You see that rear end kind of dancing around, locking up a little bit, but I think all of them got to pit road speed in time. Let's see. Don't see any black flags, so they should be good. Expect this group the second time to come by and pit also. Anybody come down this time yet? I gave him lap. I said 30 to 36. I'm pretty close on it. Not that far off. Yeah, I think they'll all come this time by. I don't think they'll break it up into a group. They will fan out a lot when they get on pit road, though. They split it a little bit. I didn't expect them to split it like that. About 5 stayed out, so that'll give a small group here. What these guys need to do is get grouped up and start shoving as hard as they can now. I didn't see any black flags either. All of them were good. They're going to come down pit road now. Not surprised by that. Need to get on pit road safely. Truth, I don't know if Truth got down to pit road speed in time. He came in relatively hot. I don't know if he made it. Not seeing a black flag yet, so I guess he did. That'll put Corey Wright to the lead. As it did kind of break up this pack here. Stidham was going to get ran by here. I'm going to pull up a track map so you can see where these guys are, because it's going to be interesting. Where is my track map? I know it's on here somewhere. I'm just looking right over it. Give me a minute. There it is. You can see how these guys have kind of broken up into smaller packs now, which I'm not surprised to see at all. He's going to have to hope he can get picked up by one of these guys, and I think he will. He'll get picked up right here by them. What was I looking at? I can't remember what it was now. 4 and the 14 are so far ahead. They're a few seconds ahead, but this group behind them will probably catch them just because they've all gotten lined up. Fox just ran a 50.26. That was the fastest lap of the race. See, yeah, that group is catching them very, very quickly. It looks like it will kind of bring it to possibly the normal group here in a minute. These guys back here will, or if not will, they are lined up completely straight with each other, so they might be able to catch them in time. They may be able to, it'll probably take about 15 laps to get up there possibly. Depends on if these guys up front start racing with each other. I don't know if they will or not. Guys back here running 50.11s right now, so they're running fast laps, and they've gotten all lined up, so I don't know if that group in front of them will really have a chance now, to be honest with you. If they do, it'll be pretty amazing, but I'm not completely sure. See, they're not even in the picture there coming off the corner, so they are way behind them. We're trying to catch them though. Yeah, I can't even see them. They're so far off. See what the blimp static will give us. This is going to be a little bit of a weird view, but it'll let me see So there's that group just now coming to the start-finish line. You can barely see this second group. I mean, you're very, very small. You can see them kind of right there coming across the start-finish line now. So they are definitely way far back. Not had a caution yet, which is good for them. Normally, we do see cautions. Well, actually depends. Some races we see a lot of cautions. Others, it stays pretty calm most of the time. This is one of the calmer races that we've been seeing so far. I'll let the camera choose where we go here. Hands through everything that we got. Kind of keep panning through the filter on my own instead because it's gotten pretty stagnant. I'm running nose to tail. That group was catching them a little. No, they're not. They're losing time. Yeah, they ran a 160 to a 51 flat, so they are definitely losing space on them. They're gonna need a caution here for it to be worth anything for them. Go on board here with 5 random drivers here for 5 laps because it's gotten spread out here, and we're not going to have another pit stop till probably lap 55. So when they get back around to the start-finish line, we'll start it again here. Do expect them to probably ride nose to tail the rest of this race just to keep up with the keep up with fuel mileage. It'll help stretch it just a little bit too. Got to keep that in mind for them. We'll make that last pit stop as short as possible here. We'll do that right now. That's over there for these drivers on the onboard. Again, probably 4 to 7 laps away. 7 laps away. I'm gonna kill myself. Laps away from coming to pit road and getting some fuel here. This group back here, yeah, that group is falling way back. They are now 8 seconds behind. Basically, what I see it to be now is they've got to really hope that something happens, because I just don't see anything working for them at all at this point, to be honest with you. They are really struggling. Corey, though, is going to be a little bit off on fuel just because he has been leading this pack the whole entire time. He's not been falling back and letting other people push. He's been leading, so he's had to been foot to the floor because of that. He's got to keep that in mind. That group behind them, though, the only thing that I could see them doing is maybe short pitting. That's the only possibility that they could do. Yeah, they're just going to continue to keep losing time here. It's gotten pretty stagnant, not going to lie, with this right now at the moment. They've all spaced out to a certain point. It was kind of like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do or say. Not moving around a lot. They are kind of trying a little bit of a higher line, but that double zero is getting lapped, so it doesn't really matter on that one. Gets lapped there, then go all the way to the back. Hopefully hold on to that last little bit of draft that's going to be left back there. Only possibility that he has for really anything there, to be honest with you. That 11, though, is been making this outside work on his own. He's got no one with him. That is, who is that? Nelson up there? Oh, a little bit of contact between him and Poke. I think it's Nelson. No, who is that? I can't. He is. Gosh, he's right up on him. Look at him. Holy crap, he just pulled. That's Davis. No, who is this? I can't tell who that is. Who is this? The lap car. Mike Hardy, that's who it is. I was going to say, he's basically trying to get his lap back the hard way. I think he's actually, he's 2 laps down, so he needs to get more than 1 with where he is right now. And this is where it can get a little bit finicky. This is where drivers can wreck each other, trying to not necessarily do it on purpose, but they'll just do it on complete accident. You don't want to see that if you're a driver. One of the things that suck, you're like, well, this is horrible for me, but amazing, I guess. only thing that could be doing is... No, it's not even helping those guys. They're still off the pace. They're at a 10th off the pace right now. They really got to hope that something happens up here, because if not, they're basically just riding back there on their own, which sucks for them, but that's how racing goes sometimes. Let the camera choose where we go for a little bit. Leba's gonna get his lap back the hard way. I think he's actually gonna take the 17 with them too. So it looks like, actually, oh, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. I think I was right on my prediction when they're gonna come down pit. No, they faked. What in the world was that? Corey didn't want to go down pit road. Shucked out? I don't think he wanted to go down pit road. I think the 14 and the 36 wanted to go, but they were going way too fast. I wouldn't think Corey's out of fuel either. That wouldn't make any sense. At 7, don't come down anymore. He's going to get himself turned here in a minute if he's not careful. At 11's going to get himself turned here soon. This is going to come down pit road now? No? That 11's getting really antsy here. He's being a little bit too aggressive. Honestly, for a vehicle that's a lap down, I would like to see him less aggressive than that, just because he's got really no chance. He's two laps down. So I don't really see that working for him at all. But, I mean, who knows? It could work. We'll just have to find out. Doing this group up here comes down pit road. They got to come down here soon. Can't stay out for much longer. I want to see what this group behind them does. Down pit road. When is this group going to come down? Still not going to come down. I'm just waiting for him to come down pit road. At 24, he's trying to make his way up here with that 11 being up on that high line by himself. That 11's got one of his laps back, so if caution were to come out, he would possibly be able to get a wave around, but he'll need another quick caution after that to even have a chance to be able to, benefit from it there, and I just don't see it happening for him. It'll be difficult for sure. There they go. They finally peel off. I was waiting for that. I did not know when they were going to peel off. I knew it had to be soon. I just didn't know when, because it was taking them forever to do that. Finally come down pit road now, so let's look them to the end. This group behind them, they've got to light it up for about a lap or two. They need to come on pit road all together, get off all together, and get grouped up really, really quickly. Let's see where these guys go down now. They're still going to stay out, so I think they're going to hope for a caution here. One thing I can see them doing is they got to hope for a caution. See if they come this time down. They pit at lap 30 and 32. And there they go down pit road finally for the last time. So we need to see. And the 92 spun out getting on pit road. Eisburn got a little bit too hot and loops it, gets back going, but that's going to hurt this second group now. They're going to lose at least one car because of that. It's not what you want to see. See when they can get on and off pit road. I think they'll, yeah, they will not be able to hang with them at all. It'll really be this group of, I think, 5 or 6 cars, trucks, sorry. And it'll be the group of 6 that'll be the main factor of what they can and cannot do. We'll just have to keep that in mind. Excuse me. Whew. Sorry, I've been so quiet. I'm looking at something on the side. Yeah, it's hefty. These guys are going to need a big wreck to happen. Group them all back together. But with these front 6 up here, I mean, never say never that you're out of it, especially at super speedways. You can, for sure, wreck each other. These guys are going to be foot to the floor. No one's pitting, especially for tires. And you're not going to pit for fuel. There's really no reason to pit here, to be honest with you, if a caution does come out, because I don't think they'll go into overtime. And if you do, you should have enough fuel to the end. You should be totally fine with that. Seth and them are trying. That's for dang sure. They're running about a half a second faster than them right now at the moment. So, I mean, they're trying to catch them. I cannot say they're not. Their lap time's pulled up on the side there for just a second. And we'll go back to the gap. 8 seconds to them. I mean, you're trying to make up 8 seconds and 9 laps of Super Speedway, unless you have Bill Elliott's car from the 80s, you're not making that up. When do these guys move out and make a move is the question. I don't think it'll be until a lot later they go and try to make a move on each other. When they do, it'll probably be... It'll be late in that, I had to guess. Probably be with 3 laps to go, maybe even 2, to be honest with you. You could even wait till that long in the race, make a move on each other, if you wanted to. That is, you don't have to. That's what I would do if I were them. I think, maybe let's not do that. Let's kind of lay off a little bit. I just don't like to have somebody all over me all the time. Coming to 6 to go now for them. Question will be who is going to make that move. It's going to be the 42 and the 69 that'll have a chance to make a move, if they want to make one, that is. See this 55. If that 17 will stay with him or not. We'll have to see if he stays with him or not. of on board a little bit with these guys with 3 laps to go. To the top 6 that will make or break everybody else at this point. If they don't have a chance, then whatever move they make is going to affect everybody else. If they do make a move, that is. We don't know if they will or not, but they might. We'll just have to see what they do. Come off 4 here. There'll be 2 to go. Who's going to be that car or that truck that jumps up in that second line with everybody else? Who will it be? Is the question. Across the start finish line, Hope will continue to lead them. Move is going to have to be made here. They have jumped up that second line. That's Kennedy Jr. up in that second line. He has the 14 giving him a push. Coming out of 4. They'll grab the white flag, and the next flag after that will end it. I know that Truth is just hoping to see that white flag. He doesn't care really what happens. He's just saying, please, get me to the white flag. That's all that matters to him right now at the moment. Then he'll have a legit shot. The white flag is in the air one more time around here. See if Truth can hold on to, or if Kennedy can steal it. He's got the 14 of Guerrero behind him. Guerrero can't move out from behind him, and the 17 almost goes around, and he will. Now it's going to be weird. They're still racing behind him. 3, 4 cars or trucks make it back. The 42 actually comes out in a good spot. Now Hoka's going to be on the defense. Can the 42 help the 14 mount a run, or is it going to be too little too late for him? Don't know what happened off 4, but I saw the 17 get really loose on the rear end, so I guess something happened around him. They're going to come off before here. Can the 42 help the 14 in time? The 42 is going to try to make a move on the 14. The 14 going to try to fade up a little bit. Hoke fading up also. 14 staying on the bumper of Truth. Not going to make a move, and it will be Hoke who takes home the win. Guerrero second and Stidham third. Fourth is Fox, and Kennedy will barely bring it home in 5th. It's way out of the way so it doesn't get ran over by everybody else. Watch him do his burnout here. If he does a burnout, that is. Bring it, or actually get in the Discord and bring the top 3 drivers for that. We'll bring in the third place driver to begin, Jonathan Stidham. Find him. He's not in a room. No, he is. I'll drag Jonathan Stidham in here first. He was in Misfits. Hey, Jonathan, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man? There, Jonathan?
Yeah. Oh, what's up, buddy?
Man,
Sorry, I'm arguing about how I'm getting protested in chat. My bad.
no, you're good, man. I don't know why they would, but you come home third after I don't know what that was. You know, how did the race go for you overall though? Because that was a weird finish there at the end.
Yeah, it went pretty well. I was running with Truth and those boys. My first time running with them, and it went pretty well. We had a little pack just to pit together and stay together on the track, and then them last couple laps, I just made a pack to run. On the bottom. I wasn't going to get up out of the way. Wasn't going to start nothing. Then the guy went to block in front of me, and I took the bottom, and he he lost momentum, came back across my nose. I kind of turned him a little bit, but didn't mean to. And yeah, that was that. That was it at the end. That was fun though. That was real fun.
So once everybody got spaced out, or not spaced, kind of grouped up together, how did that change how everybody raced? Because we had like 3 or 4 packs there at the end of it.
Yeah, we were just trying to get as far away from that second pack. I guess it was about seventh on back. We were just trying to get as far away as possible. We all kind of were just talking, let's stay in line here. Let's gap them. That way, if something does happen or we mess up on a pit stop or anything before that final cycle, we get, we'll have a little buffer area. And hey, man, it worked out.
Yeah, it definitely did. Like, did that change how fuel played out? Because I feel like you guys could have ran or were running a little bit longer because of that being grouped up together, not having to be really be side by side and slowing each other down.
Yeah, that was exactly it. Yeah, we just we made a pat that we could have ran it to about 3 or 4 to go, but then if anything happens right there at the end, you leave yourself with no wiggle room to get caught back up or anything. So we made a decision to pit with like 15, I think it was, to go, and yeah, you just stay in line and hope that everyone sticks to the plan, and it worked out for us.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I wanna thank my old girlfriend back here. She paid the entry fee, and I wasn't gonna race it at first, and she said go ahead. So I like to thank her, and then I'd like to thank my twin boys. They turned 1 on Monday, so I'd like to thank them too for going to sleep early and letting me do this.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job coming home third tonight, man.
Hey man, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Jonathan Stidham, the third place driver. We'll bring home the second place driver and Vincent Guerrero. Hey, Vincent, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir. I sure do.
Man, so you come home second, fall a little bit short there to Truth. You qualified 13th though, so the race didn't go bad for you. But how did it go for you overall though, man? Because it seemed like you were competitive the whole entire night.
Yeah, I mean, I left some laps early in the run there and then did a pit cycle and I was shuffled to, second place, I think. And I just pushing the leader there and we weren't sure when we were gonna make that last stop there. So Latrell was running with Latrell today and just a miscommunication there. I thought, you know, good chunk of group guys were gonna pit. And I all of a sudden changed my mind. I said, stay out," but he was too late for him. He checked up too much and lost the pack there. I feel bad for him. But it was fun. It was good racing with all these guys over here, I pretty much first time racing with here with Racers Elite.
So how did when you all got kind of separated into groups there, how did that change how everybody raced towards the end of it?
Well, we're just staying single file towards till it meant something. And I forget who jumped out. I think it was the two or something like that. Jumped out and he looked like he was committed to start going. It was like two to go, and I'm going, all right, well, we gotta get up there because I was towards back there, six in that pack. So I just needed to have it shot at it, and if I needed to push him, I would. But not sure what really happened there. If they got neck cutted together or something, and they went off track, and opened up the door for me, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be clear enough to get in front of Truth there. So I got behind him, and pretty much, like I just needed to push him. I mean, I did think about it. Don't get me wrong. I did think about jumping out to the outside, but I'm not sure who's who here. Like I pretty much control my own destiny if I just stay behind Truth. So um, that's what I did.
All right, man. Well, well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank you for broadcasting. I want to thank Racers Elite for letting me join their league, and Andrew for putting on the show here, and all the admins. And I also want to thank Latrell and Lockwood. Lockwood was our spotter for tonight, and No Press Esports is my race team, and Event Service and Repair, my main sponsor on the truck.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job coming home second tonight, man.
Thanks.
Vincent Guerrero, the second place driver. We will bring in the race winner and Truth Hoke. Hey, Truth, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir.
And so running a different paint scheme had me confused right at the start, but it looks like it worked well for you. Come on with the win. How did the race go for you overall, though, man? Because it seemed like you were up front pretty much the whole entire time.
Yeah, it went good. We working with Barry and Jesse and Jonathan and them, teammates there. It worked. Just hanging in there, and pit strategy finally didn't bite me. So
Yeah, so what was going through your head, that final lap, really the final 5 laps, because it seemed like you were you were in position, but when it gets to 3 laps, everybody's off for themselves. Nobody really cares about helping each other.
yeah, I was watching my mirror and I figured David would wait until I was watching him. I figured he'd wait to the last lap to back up and get a run on me coming out of 4. So I kept watching that. And then I don't know what happened behind 42 said that he accidentally got in the back of him or something. And he turned him, and I seen the 14 behind me, and I mirror raced all the way through 3 and 4 and through the Trove. I was in the mirror watching. That's all I was doing. Just not to let him get underneath me or above me.
Yeah, you've got a mirror drive on the last lap, and really, especially coming to the tribal, guys will try to time your bounce off the bottom and shove you up the track, and then it's on from there. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife for supporting me in this, and Team to Misfits with Troy, Jesse, Barry, Alan, Jonathan was with us tonight, and all the guys in there, and Andrew for putting this on, and you guys for broadcasting. I'm going to watch it back in the morning. And I told Andrew I just want to donate whatever the winnings was back to the league.
All right.
To help out everything there. But I appreciate you.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job coming home with the win tonight, man.
Thank you very much.
That was Truth Hoke, the race winner. I think his mic cuts out some. I've noticed that with him. I don't know. It's weird. I honestly don't know completely. But I'll go over the finishing order early to top 5. Truth Hoke first, Vincent Guerrero second, Jonathan Stidham third. I don't think he did anything wrong in that last lap personally. I didn't see anything that he did that was egregious. 4th, Jesse Fox, and 5th, Rick Kennedy Jr. I may honestly go back and look, but I truthfully did not see anything that he did wrong. I don't know what they're looking at, but that's just them. But I'm not going to keep y'all here any longer. My throat's about to die, so I will let you all go.